So you might be wondering, Luna, what are you doing on your bed? Well, I'm currently moving my bedroom around and I don't have a desk to sit at, so instead I'm chilling on here, and this is going to be a chill video as well. Let's just talk about episode 2. I also realised that my last video was ridiculously long, so this week's isn't going to be as long. Without any further ado, let's just get into it. So right at the beginning of the episode, we are thrown headfirst into the drama, and we see the eliminated queens voting on who they want to eliminate. Last episode ended on a cliffhanger, and this is the resolve of that. The queens all drop lipsticks into a little box, and it turns out that the queens cannot decide on who to pick. There is a tie between Elliott and Utica. The queens are then made to decide between the two on who they want to get the pork chop, and they do finally decide that Elliott is the one to sashay away. That is all that is said, and it is evident that Elliott is absolutely disappointed. For this episode, this is all that we hear from the queens in the pork chop loading dock. We know that they will be brought back next episode, but that seems to be the end of the road for Elliott. For now. As always, RuPaul hellos his way into the workroom where he finds the rest of the competitors. Ru then tells them that one of the girls that didn't make the cut is being brought into their group, someone who didn't get a fair chance last week. It is revealed that Elliott hasn't got the pork chop and is instead joining the winner's circle, as they've now deemed themselves, and a lot of words have been said. Both Tina and Candy seem unamused that Elliott is joining them, with Candy saying, "You've already been eliminated, why have you got the opportunity to come back when these other girls haven't?" And Tina is like, "Well, I've already defeated you, so why are you here?" The rest of the racers seem equally as confused as to why this person has walked in, the rest of them have not. It's evident that Elliott seems a little bit uncomfortable as well, being the one that didn't win a lip sync, but I'm sure she'll fit in fine. Ru also tells the racers that for their first mini challenge, they need to provide 2 sickening runway looks. One of which is a bright, elegant, feminine daytime look, and the other is a dark, vampy nighttime look. This is quite big for a mini challenge. I would not enjoy doing this right out the gate. I know this is their second week there, but I can imagine the pressure is on to have a runway as one of your first mini challenges. So the first of the daytime looks we get to see is from Gottmik. She is wearing this stunning little latex number, top half being all a light blue with clouds on, a big sun at the end, and then the bottom of the dress turning into a rainbow. She also has these huge shoulder pads on, the same colour as the sky blue. She also has a long red ponytail with bangs and matching rainbow shoes on the bottom. Gottmik also has a different mug this week. Last week we saw her in a white face with the signature black, but today she is a lot more cheery, a lot more bright. She is wearing ordinary girl paint, I suppose, with a big green eye. Gottmik really seems to come to life on the runway. She has so much fun. She is selling the outfit, selling the emotion. She seems very cheery, very happy while she's walking this runway. She's very, very confident in her looks. We know that that is her area of expertise. And it's great to see her put those skills on display on the runway. It's very, very colourful, but still very graphic, I suppose. Next up is the Bronx's own Candy Muse. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but I do not understand this outfit that Candy is wearing. It doesn't scream daytime drag to me. It doesn't scream like cutesy, fun, sunshine, that kind of thing. I just don't get it. She's wearing this long layered red dress with a big train on it, these big poofy sleeves, and a massive gold necklace around her neck. She also has a little structured hair moment going on, and lots of jewellery. It's very pretty, don't get me wrong, I just don't see how it correlates with daytime drag. With that being said, Miss Candy is still selling the garment. The attitude is there, she feels confident in herself, and that's what we like to see. Next up is Lala, and where Candy lacked in the daytime drag look, Lala certainly made up for. It's a beautiful, flowy, long maxi dress with all sorts of different floral prints on it, a big black belt around the middle. It's very womanly, very feminine. She has the gorgeous long brown hair as well to match. However, Miss Lala does get her shoe stuck on the bottom of her dress and starts to stumble a little bit on her way back. She doesn't fall, but it's not stunning. She played it off though, just like Heidi did in season 12 when her headpiece fell off. And as we say in the biz, the show must go on. It definitely says daytime drag to me. However, aren't the biggest fan of the colours that are used. They're very green and brown toned, and sometimes they can look a little bit drab. With that being said though, she does look absolutely gorgeous. She looks so cute, having so much fun on that runway, really playing up to the camera with that cutesy vibe, and I'm living for it. Next up is the Miss Congeniality of the season, Olivia Looks, and she is telling us right out the gate that she can do fashion, mama. This outfit is so gorgeous. It's almost 60s inspired. The print on the dress and the big fluffy sleeves and bottom of the dress in a different colour, in purple, speak very 60s to me. And I think that's complemented by the graphic glasses that she is wearing. Of course, it wouldn't be an Olivia Looks look without a teeny tiny handbag. I want to know how many of these bags this girl has. Like, they can't be convenient. She knows how to put a look together to have it all work with each other, and that's exactly what it does. It works. Liv is having the time of her life on that runway. She is making love to that camera, and it is very evident that she is going to bring some fantastic looks this season. Next up from the House of House of Avalon, it's Simone. Much like her sister Gigi Good, these girls know how to work the runway. Simone is having so much fun as she struts down this runway, playing it up to the judges and the camera. Simone is wearing this multicoloured jacket, skirt, legging moment. All of the colours match with each other. You've got your blues, your yellows, your pinks, you've got it all going on. All match with the vertical stripes. It's a very feminine suited number, and I'm living for it. As I said in the last video, it's hard sometimes to pull off a suit, but Simone does just that. I think the hairstyle she is wearing is a bit of a bold choice. I do like it. It's a structured little beehive moment with a few pieces coming down. And I'm getting Bowie vibes from this. I don't know if anyone else is, but I don't know, something about the shape of the suit and the hair to match. It's saying David Bowie to me. It also speaks daytime drag, the colours, and also the outfit itself. You'd expect to see someone wearing that outside on the streets of LA. Next up is Tina Burner, and yet again she is wearing red, yellow and orange. It's very on brand for her, and the way it is going so far, I think my prediction from last episode where I said that I feel like it's going to be a gag if she wears this kind of thing every week, it's coming true. I hope this isn't her demise though. I know it is her brand, but I really hope the judges don't read her for it. Tina is wearing this multi-printed jacket number with a big orange bow on it. There's all sorts of different patterns and shapes all over it. It's cropped in the middle with a long sleeve, and it has a big bow on the collar just to top it off. She has a big red bow around her waist leading to an orange and yellow tulle skirt and a red pump at the bottom. I personally really like this look. I think it's very, very cute. It also says daytime drag to me, but it combines Tina's campy comedy side with a daytime drag look. So I'm glad she's sticking to what she knows, but also toning it down for a daytime drag look. I think this is very clever on Tina's behalf. And I also love the approach to walking the runway she took. Last up for the daytime looks, it's Elliott with 2 T's. And wow, I adore this look. It's an all red number, a long maxi dress with puffed up sleeves. The bottom of the dress is frilled out as well, and she's got a huge black corseted belt in the middle to give her such a mermaid-esque shape. She also has a little red beret and a black faux skin scarf that she is draping over her arm. I also love the wig choice with this look. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm getting French vibes from it. It feels very Francais. This is definitely a day drag moment. You would expect to see a lady wearing this down the street, a very classy, very formal lady, but the way Elliott is serving this, she's also having a lot of fun with it as well, not taking it too seriously, showing a cutesy, flirty side. I'm living for this moment. I adore this look. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's tailored right to her body. She's made some strong choices here. It really pays off. And the fact that it's not very over the top, it's simple, but it has enough accessories to elevate it into a drag look. With Elliott being the mole so far, as deemed by the other racers, it is great to see Elliott having a strong start to this competition. We then move on to the nighttime looks, and up first is Gottmik. Gottmik is serving us what I would have thought of if I'd have done the nighttime runway look. It's very classy, very elegant, but also a little bit seductress, I guess. She's wearing this thin maxi gown moment with one long sleeve and a puffed up shoulder, and the other side, the entire arm and boobie is out. The dress is also split up one side, giving it this symmetry moment, and I'm living for it. Mick also has some darker hair on, some darker makeup, and a little black pasty. Mick tells us that since he's had his top surgery, he loves to show off his chest. It's very seductive, very vampy, very fitting of the runway theme. I'm also getting almost Elvira vibes from this. Just something about the very sleek, vampiric look as opposed to like straight up whore. Again, Mick is feeling the fantasy of this runway look, having so much fun selling a character, and it's safe to say that Mick has had a very successful 2 runways. Next up is Candy Muse, and girl, I don't understand it. Let me just show you. So Candy's wearing this latex number, it fits right on her body, it has all sorts of different swirls all over it. I just don't understand it. It has devil horns, it's all red, there's the red thigh boots, red shoes. I mean, the shoes are matte, they maybe should have been like leather or something, and she's got a long red scarf draped in behind her. However, when she turns around, she's got this huge black hole in the back of it. No one seems to be able to work out what it was for, but it's there, girl. I get that it's like a spooky side, maybe it's like an alternate reality version of her previous look, but it doesn't scream Lady of the Night to me. Again, like the previous one, I do like the look, I just don't think it fits the runway theme. Regardless though, Candy is still selling the moment, selling the attitude of the look, and just having fun on that runway in general. I do like that she's smeared her makeup though, it gives it a little bit more of an eerie vibe to it, and the hair moment is also very, very cute. I just don't understand this one. Next up is Lala, and girl comes right out of the gate serving up a fantasy. She's wearing this cute little faux leather moment with the mesh sleeves, mesh over her boobies, the girls are sitting out and right. She's got these thigh-high leather boots. It's very dominatrix, very Lady of the Night, and she is feeling the moment. Lala is making love to that camera and some. I definitely prefer this to her daytime look, but I like the contrast between the very cutesy and then the very sensual. It proves that Lala has a lot of variety, and I wonder what more she's going to bring to the season. I feel like she's got some good looks with her, and if they're all of such variety, then I'm super excited. Up next is Olivia Looks, and this is a look. This is fashion. This is fashion. It's fashion. I'm not gonna go into that. She's wearing this burgundy wine dress moment. It's strapless. She's got the shoulders out. One sleeve is there, one sleeve is not. There's like a big slit in the middle of it, a nude illusion. And she's also carrying a teeny tiny handbag. She also has this gorgeous slick back brown hair. It just complements the look and ties it all together. You can tell she is loving the outfit she is wearing. That's one thing about Olivia, she could be wearing anything and wears it like it is the most expensive item she has in her wardrobe. It's very that mysterious lady who turns up to the wine party, giving you the side eye from across the room. You don't know who she is or where she's come from, but she is there. It's been a successful mini challenge for Olivia. I think she had 2 of my favourite looks on this runway. She's a very talented queen. And if you're sleeping on Olivia, then I've got some words for you, okay? Next up is Miss Fashion herself, Simone. She has a small brown bralette on, and then around the other side she has a green half dress draped across the other side. Much like Lala Reed's first look, I'm not the biggest fan of the colours. Again, it is brown and green, but there's something about the way that this outfit is tailored that I absolutely love. I love the hair that she's chosen to wear for this look, the red braids that are like knotted on the end. It's very, very pretty. Much like in her previous runway, she is selling the garment like it is the most expensive piece of clothing she owns. You can tell that all of Simone's confidence comes out when she hits the runway. That seems to be where she's the most comfortable. She clearly has a lot of practice in the field. You can definitely tell. Next up is Tina Burner, and again, she is wearing red, orange, and yellow. This time, the entire outfit is made of latex. She's got an orange latex top on with these puffy sleeves, a yellow latex skirt, and red crotch-high latex boots. She also has red straps around her chest, and also a long, oversized red plait. Much like Denali's entrance plait. Are long plaits in trend at the moment? Perhaps. We get to see a less campy side of Tina and a more sensual side, and it shows that she has a lot of versatility as well. Tina's fashion choices aren't necessarily my personal favourites, but every time the garment is structured perfectly to her body, you can tell a lot of effort has gone into them. And finally, we get Elliott with 2 T's with my favourite look of this runway. She's wearing this black mermaid dress with huge puffy sleeves and a shiny black corset in the middle, a huge black necklace, and a black top hat with huge ostrich feathers on the top. She also has an orange wig moment as well, just as a pop of colour, and I absolutely love everything about this. The fact that it's so similar to her first one, yet so different, makes me so happy. Again, it's so simplistic, yet so effective. And I love a queen that can do that can take something that could possibly be deemed like off the rack, but elevated to a level in which it counts as a fashion show in drag. So after the runway, the queens go back into the workroom to de-drag, and Ru tells them what their main challenge is going to be. In this episode, they have to write their own verse to Ru's song Condragulations and come up with their own choreography. Whew. I love a good Ru mix, so I was excited to see how this one would go. The racers then head out to start their choreography, and right from the beginning, it's a struggle bus, honey. They have no idea what they're doing, no one wants to take charge, no one knows how to choreograph, so it gets too much for Elliott and she has to step in. She hits them with that choreo like that, and they're all like, where has this come from? Thankfully, she's there to clean it all up for them and move them away from focusing on minute details. Now the racers then return to the workroom after having some chance to rehearse, and Mick finally gets an opportunity to talk about his gender. He explains to Olivia that he is a transgender man, goes by him pronouns out of drag and her pronouns in drag. Olivia is very kind and supportive of Mick, proving that she is the Miss Congeniality of the season. She also said that Mick is changing the shape of drag, which he definitely is. Mick seems so much happier now that weight has been lifted off his shoulders, being able to talk about his situation openly with the other girls. So we finally get out on the main stage and see the girls perform Condragulations. My initial thoughts is it's a very odd song, not one of my favourites, but it's good, it's good. Up first is Gottmik, and definitely once she's out on that runway in full drag, the lights are on, the music is on, she is living in the moment. Her confidence is coming through, she was having fun with it, she looked amazing, I love the outfit that she is wearing. She was a little bit reserved, but we understand why. Next up is Candy, and I haven't got a clue what this bitch is saying, but I am living for it. She goes for a rapstress kind of number. Lots of words, lots of beats. She's serving the attitude though. Her look is also very New York. She talks about how she is New York, how she is a bitch not to be messed with. At least we get to see a little bit about her character and learn a little bit more about her, because we had no idea that she was from New York already. Next up is Lala, and I absolutely adore the outfit she has chosen for this part. It's very pretty, very sassy, very dancily, and she has the dance moves and she has the energy, the right attitude for the words that she is saying. With that being said though, the production on her vocals isn't quite there. I can't quite understand what she's saying. I feel like whoever did the vocal production for this didn't do the best job, but I guess they don't have much time to do it anyway. Next we have Olivia Looks, and she is everything in this number. Right from the outfit, the big hair and the tasseled bodysuit. We know she's a musician, so she has the pipes on her, the vocals, the lyrics, she has it all. She looks absolutely gorgeous, she gives us attitude, she gives us beauty, and also she gives us a little bit of comedy as well. And also don't try and tell me that Olivia is not the literal biological daughter of RuPaul. They look identical and I love it so much. She's having the time of her life up there. She really stole the show with this one. Even in the group numbers, she stands out for how much she's enjoying the performance. We then have Simone, who really shocked me with how well she can sing. Her voice is so satisfying to listen to, and I hope they have another musical number later on because I want to hear her voice again. She gives us that supermodel walk as well as comedy as well as sass. You can hear the judges laughing as well, which is always a good sign. Her lyrics tell us a little bit more about her as well. I do think when it's the group numbers she kind of falls back a little bit, but she was waiting for a moment, and when she came out she stole that spotlight. We then have Tina Burner, who takes a rapstress approach to it, and it's hard writing rap lyrics, and I think Tina proved that. Her vocals and lines are very sort of offbeat, they don't match the beat of the song. The actual lyrics that she wrote are very powerful. It also says a lot about her, there's comedy, there's sass. She also tells us that she wants to win the competition, but also has a little bit of motivation in there as well. I also think the vocal productions is slightly to fault here as well. It doesn't quite work. if you get what I mean. Again, she's wearing another red, yellow and orange number. It's getting concerning, and I can hear Michelle from the other side of the world being like, how many times has she worn those colours now? And lastly, we have Elliott, and sis snapped in this. Jesus. You can tell in the group numbers she's like, oh yes, my moment's coming up and I'm going to show these queens why I am here. Her lyrics are a lot of fun, her vocals are really good. She sells the sass and the attitude of which she is wrote. We already know that she's a dancer, so she can pull off some great moves, but girl, that split that she does, Elliott has one of the most satisfying splits in Drag Race history. It comes very naturally, but she's also having a lot of fun with it, and then as she goes back into the group number, she is still like, these are my backup dancers, I am the moment. Overall, the song is good, it's a lot of fun, the queens brought a lot considering the absolute minute amount of time that they were given. It's not a personal favourite song of mine, but the girls really did well. We then get onto the runway looks, and category is LeMay, You Stay. First up on the runway is Gottmik, and she is wearing this beautiful gold number. Gold is my favourite colour, so this stands out to me immediately. It's a full body suit with beading, the hips are right, the colours are right, the shoes are right, the headpiece is all alien-esque, it makes like a character out of what she is wearing, and she has these huge flowy black cape, I suppose it is, on the back, and the way it dances when she walks, oh, it's almost hypnotic. I know she's a makeup artist, but I'm glad to see that she is doing such variety with her makeup looks. This is a really strong look for me. It looks expensive, it's really well tailored, it fits to the shapes of her body perfectly. This is a strong runway look. Next up we have Candy Muse, and she is wearing this fembot nighty kind of moment. It has a lavender trim around the bottom, lavender fluffiness on the boobs, it's a shiny silver colour, she's wearing white boots with matching white gloves and a white headband as well. She then reveals the silver underwear that she is wearing underneath, a silver bra with matching high-waisted silver panties. The look is cute. Do I think it's wow for season 13 of RuPaul's Drag Race? I don't know. Candy's makeup is gorgeous, however, as is her hair. Much like Cheryl Hole, she has some questionable fashion choices. She looks very pretty, but as Michelle Visage would say, it's not very main stage of RuPaul's Drag Race. Next we have Lala in this all gold number. She has a huge ruffle jacket on with a matching gold see-through train. She has huge high-waisted golden disco pants and a matching golden shoe. There's something about this look that doesn't quite sit right with me. I think it's the huge ruffle on the front of her jacket. It takes away from a lot of her shape and makes her look very top-heavy. I feel like if she didn't have the big ruffle on the front, it would show off her feminine features a little bit more. But regardless, her hair and makeup is gorgeous. Lala can paint a mug. I think she has a very underappreciated mug. Next up we have Olivia Looks, serving you pageantry realness. She's wearing a long pageant dress that is pink on the top and then a soft lime green colour on the bottom. She looks like a water lily. She has beautifully coiffed hair. The colour is absolutely stunning on her. She has beautiful matching jewellery as well, but no teeny tiny handbag. She must have lost it on the train or something. She looks so pretty, so elegant. She is serving that fantasy as well. Very cutesy, very princess-like. And I'm feeling the fantasy as well. It's been a really strong week for Olivia this week. She has served so many gorgeous looks and just had so much fun this episode. We then have Simone, who has brought a very different approach to LeMay, and I absolutely love this look. It's themed around a boxer. She's got the huge red boxing gloves on. She has a red, black and gold jacket, I suppose it is. She has a red bralette, a matching red chest piece, and also red shorts that have Simone written on them. She also has Avalon written on the belly piece, representing her house. She also has some huge red boots, and to elevate the look and to bring the character to life, she also has a cut on her upper eye, like she's literally just come out of the ring. And we have another exceedingly long plait moment. What is going on? Where are all these plaits coming from? Simone is really telling a story here, feeling a fantasy, and serving that character on the runway as well. We then have Tina Burner, and finally, she is not in red, orange and yellow. She's wearing this all silver moment reminiscent of the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz. It's a very interesting take on LeMay, and I'm living for it. The entire look is silver, including her hair and her face. She is carrying an axe purse. She has a crop jacket number going on and a high-waisted trouser with high boots as well. It's taking a traditionally masculine look and very much feminizing it. She then opens the jacket to reveal a bright red heart in the middle to show that the Tin Man did finally get his heart. Something Tina is really good at is taking camp and combining it with high fashion. Sometimes we see a lot of campy queens not be so good on the fashion spectrum, but Tina is turning it so far. See what I did there? And lastly, we have Elliott in this gorgeous poofy ballerina moment. It's definitely a 1980s twist on a ballerina look. The colours are gorgeous. It's this beautiful turquoise and a mint green look swirled in together. This big puffy sleeve, one sleeve out. It wraps around her body. The bottom of the dress is all ruffled as well. On the other side, she has a white crystallized bodysuit moment underneath. It's like a half and half moment, but it all swirls in together. I also love that Elliott has two different eye colours going on, one green and one blue, and then a beautiful ginger wig just to top it all off. I think this is my least favourite look of Elliott's of the episode. It's not bad by any means, but I think the two previous ones that she has shown us on a runway are slightly better. This was a really good week for Elliott. Despite being the odd one out, as they've put it, she has really not let that get to her and turned it out this episode. So after the judges' deliberations, we learn that Olivia and Simone are the top two queens of the week, and the other queens are safe to slay another day. I personally would have had Elliott in the top two over Simone. I think it would have been a bit more of a gag if she'd have been the eliminated queen and then come back and then being in the top. I enjoyed her performance slightly more than I did Simone's this week. But regardless, I'm happy for the top two queens that they got to lip sync for $5,000. The girls lip sync to Break My Heart by Dua Lipa, and we know right out the gate that this one is going to be strong, considering how well they performed in last week's episode. One thing I noticed about Simone when she lip syncs is she's very good at using her mouth. Like, she lip syncs like the song is her own and she is singing it live. I don't know how she does it. It's just subtle like movements and looks that she does that are very convincing, I suppose. Olivia also kicks off the lip sync very, very strong, serving as comedy, character, cutesy, everything. Both queens put up a really strong fight for this lip sync, having so much fun with it, and they seemed very determined to win that $5,000. We learned that Simone won the lip sync. I think I would have given the win to Olivia on that one. I think she just was slightly better in the versatility and the fact that she was funny, she was very dramatic, very dancerly, she told us a story. I think she was just slightly better than Simone was. Regardless, both the girls were absolutely fantastic and it could have gone either way. So overall, I really, really, really enjoyed this episode. There was drama, there was chaos, there was confusion, there was also a lot of deep, heartfelt moments, and some fantastic runway looks. This episode really had it all, and season 13 is bringing it so far, and I'm genuinely at the point in which I can't wait for next week. That is all for now, so in the meantime, make sure to take care of yourselves, remember to wash your hands frequently, stay safe, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!